IBPS CLERK 2020. Initially, I was also, like you, extremely angry and annoyed at this examination because of the low amount of vacancies. But after a long consideration and a long thought on this phenomenon, I understood that it's very important that we go ahead and prepare for this examination because we do not know what's going to happen in the next year. There is the CET, there are a lot of changes upcoming, and it's important that we use the time that we have, we use the exams that we currently have to do our best because the other things are not in our hand. So for that, I have brought out a 60-day comprehensive plan for your IBPS Clerk 2020. If you have not availed any mock test for this examination, Guidely's Express video course is running a very special offer just for you. Till October 1st, you are going to get this course at a very discounted price. And on top of that, if you use the coupon code SHUPRIYO, you are going to get 15% off. There is personalized guidance on this course, study notes, mock tests, live classes, and all the important things you need to get success in this examination. And the best thing, if you are selected in any exam, you get 100% refund. So go check it out if you have not availed it. Many people have benefited from this course, so make sure you get it before the offer runs out. And let us begin our video for IBPS Clerk 2020, a 60-day comprehensive strategy. Hi, this is Shupriyo. To begin with our IBPS Clerk 2020 strategy, first let us take a look into the prelims section. So this is the prelims test, and as you can see, the prelims section, it is actually totally similar to your IBPS PO prelims. So you have 30 questions in English carrying 30 marks. Quant has 35 questions with 35 marks, and reasoning has 35 questions again with 35 marks. And each and every section will have sectional timing for 20 minutes. Now remember that our examination, the prelims examination, it is scheduled on 5th, 12th and 13th December 2020, and our main examination is scheduled on 24th January 2020. So considering these dates, we have more than 2 months to prepare for this, and that's how we are going to structure our preparation so that each and every single thing we can cover. And of course we have sectional cutoff and overall cutoff as well for this paper. So each and every section you have to clear the sectional cutoff, and by preparing for the IBPS PO prelims, you are going to cover a lot of these things. And now coming to the IBPS Clerk mains examination. So in the mains examination, we can see a slight difference from the IBPS PO mains. Now in IBPS PO, you are going to have a descriptive section, but here you do not have that. So that's a very important difference. And you will see that the total number of questions here are 190, while in IBPS PO mains, we have 155. So it becomes very important for you to develop that speed of reading these questions and attempting them very fast. Now the maximum marks will be 200 as in IBPS PO mains, and the time allotted, this is interesting, it is actually 160 minutes. So that's very important. You have 2 hours and 40 minutes for your examination, and again you are going to have sectional timing, so 35 minutes for your GA or the financial awareness for a maximum marks of 50. So 25% of the paper is actually comprised of this section. Now that's very important. So this section, it's very important that you just focus your preparation on that very well. And then you have the general English, which is for 40 marks and 35 minutes, the reasoning and the computer aptitude. Now computer aptitude, this does not mean computer knowledge, so make that very clear. You are not going to have any kind of MS Office, hardware or operating system, those kinds of questions. You are going to have algorithms and just reasoning focused questions, and this will be 60 marks for 45 minutes, and quant of course 50 marks for 45 minutes. So this is going to be your overall structure for your mains. And of course again you have to clear the sectional cutoff in each and every paper and the overall cutoff as well, so that you can get this job. And of course there is no interview, because in the clerical exams, as you know, there is no interview. So if you don't like to face the panel, this is a great exam for you. And of course remember another thing, that in the notification they have said that adequate number of candidates will be selected for mains. Now many people, they are noticeably very worried about the low vacancies, and we talked about that previously. But since they have written this word in the examination PDF, you can understand that they mean to select more number of candidates so that they can have adequate number for the mains exam. And remember that many of the banks have yet to announce their vacancies, so don't worry too much about that and just carry on with your preparation. And of course the negative marking, that's there for your prelims paper as well as your mains paper. So now let's move to the study plan. That's very important, and I suggest that you follow a weekly study plan. Now that is going to be very important for you. Don't always focus on how many hours you have to study, how many different things you have to cover per day. Always have a per week kind of a outlook so that each and every day you can devote to a certain subject. So I would suggest that since you have your English, you have your reasoning and your quant, always try and focus one day each for these subjects, and you can tweak them according to your strengths and weaknesses so that you can holistically spend time on all the three sections. And apart from that, you have the general awareness and the banking awareness, so we are going to take a look at that as well. Now, how are you going to structure your first week of your preparation? I suggest that in the first week, go ahead with prelims mock tests. So all the prelims mocks you are going to focus on in the first week. You are going to give as many mocks as possible. Give at least one per day, but you can give more as well if you get time, and just analyze where you are going wrong and what are your obvious strengths. That's very important. So in the first week, you are fully focused on the prelims mock tests only. You are doing nothing else but the prelims mock tests. Now that's very important because this actually establishes your baseline performance and what are the things that you are naturally good at. That is the first week. And the second week, you are going to focus on your mains mock test. So all the mains mocks that you can find, go ahead and give it on the second week, and you can give it per day one mock each so that you can have a flow and you will understand where you are going right and where you are going wrong. Now these two things, when you do that, you will be understanding how you can structure your preparation, and I have already showed you how you can go ahead and do the mock test analysis. That will really help you. But in this entire process, the most important thing you have to do is to create the error log. So error log creation is a very important tool, and when you are analyzing the mock tests, you are going to actually find out where you are lacking, and an error log is going to help you. So how do you do that? You will be allocating one notebook to this entire exercise, divided into three sections: quant, reasoning and English, and then write down in each of these sections the different kinds of questions that can be framed and which are the ones that you got right and which you got wrong. So for example, in the quant section, just write down how many DIs you got right and how many DIs you got wrong. Or in the reasoning section, how many puzzles you could actually answer, how many puzzles you could not, how many blood relations you could get, how many blood relations you could not get. So these are the kinds of things you have to write down. And also in the English section, the type of the questions. So in this error log, you will have type of the questions, the number of questions you attempted of each and every type, and the number of questions that you got right and wrong in these types. So once you have done that error log creation, what happens? You understand where you are actually at this present moment. Now that's the important thing that the mock tests are going to help you out with. And once you establish that, then you can carry forward your preparation and the daily general awareness preparation. So in both of these weeks, when you are actually giving the mocks, remember that you have to do the daily general awareness preparation. Now for the general awareness for this exam, you have to cover it from 1st June up until 30th November 2020. So if you are actually covering the entire stretch like this, then I'm sure that your preparation will be actually complete. So what you are going to do in the week 1 and week 2, you are going to cover the June month and the July month. So these are the 2 months that you are going to focus on. Apart from that, do the daily general awareness, and that will suffice for your GA preparation for the first 2 weeks. And for the quant preparation, what you are going to do for the quant, try and do the approximation, then also the simplification. Now these are the 2 important things that you have to actually focus on in the first 2 weeks. These will be very important and vital tools for your prelim section. And apart from that, you can also do the quadratic equations and the number series. Just ensure that these 4 subjects are very clear to you in the first 2 weeks. And of course, in the number series, try to do the missing number series and also the wrong number series. That will be very important for you to cover. And in the reasoning reasoning section, you are going to do the syllogs, so the syllogisms you are going to cover. Then you are going to cover the blood relations, the direction sense problems, and also the alphanumeric series. So that's the 4 important things that you have to cover in the first 2 weeks. And now coming to the English section, you are going to do the fill in the blanks problems. You are also going to do the closure test, and you are going to do the synonym and the antonym, and also the idioms. So these are the 4 things that you have to cover for your English paper for the first week and the second week. So once you have done all of these subjects and you have also covered the mock test like I told you, you are going to be in a very good position to go to the next week, and then you are going to do something else. So coming to the week 3, 4 and 5, these 3 weeks I have clubbed together because these 3 weeks you are going to focus fully on the mains preparation. So your mains preparation is going to be boosted in these 3 weeks, and you are going to do alternate day mock tests. Now on the topic of mock tests, if you are looking for high quality mock tests which are created according to the latest pattern and offer you comprehensive support and personalized guidance with live classes, with mock tests, with all the important things that you need to get success in these examinations, you can check out Guidely's Express video course. They have the complete package, and right now in the market it is the highest quality mock test series at the lowest price. So they are offering very low prices for the next 3 days up to 1st October 2020, and on top of the low price you are also going to get a 15% discount if you are using the coupon code SHUPRIYO. And remember, you are going to get a full refund from Guidely if you are selected in any of the exams. So go ahead and check it out. Do not miss this opportunity, and I'm sure that this is going to help you a lot. And so as we were talking about the mock tests, ensure that you are doing alternate day mock tests so that you can go ahead and analyze the mock test very well, and you are not doing only mock tests, because that's not the goal. You have to read and learn the things as well. Only mock test is not a very good idea to go about any examination. So that's how you are going to structure it for these 3 weeks. And coming to the subject wise things that you have to do in the quant section, try and do the data interpretation. Now that's the very important thing. Focus a lot on the data interpretation. Then you can do the compound problems. So problems in which 2 or 3 concepts are sometimes meshed together and they give you some questions. And also the quantity 1, quantity 2 type of questions where different quantities are given and you have to solve each and every part of the question so that you can arrive at the answer. So these are the 3 things that you have to focus on for the quant section in these 3 weeks. Coming to the reasoning section, you have to do the machine input output. Now those questions are also something that are asked sometimes, so ensure that you practice it, and the main focus will be on the puzzles and the seating arrangements. So these are the 2 important things for your reasoning section that you are going to master in these 3 weeks. Focus on these things, and in each and every mock test that you do, try and solve the questions that are pertaining to these things. And now coming to the English section, you are going to fully focus on reading comprehension. Now the simple and the complex reading comprehensions, all the things that you can find, do those, because each and every reading comprehension is very important for both your mains and the prelims examination. So try and master it in this section, and you can do the sentence rearrangement or the paragraph rearrangement, whatever is there. And also the different types of para jumbles. Now para jumbles are also very important section for the English preparation. Apart from that, you can also do some word associations, that are the questions that are sometimes asked. So these are the things that you have to focus on for your English section in the week 3, 4 and 5. And then you have to do the daily general awareness preparation. Now for these weeks, what you have to do, you have to focus on the months of August, September and October. So make sure that these are very well done, and ensure that you are doing the daily general awareness and just preparing these 3 months. So that's what you are going to do for the general awareness, and you are also going to start your preparation for the banking awareness or the financial awareness part. Now I have an entire playlist on the banking awareness. You can go and check it out. It will help you to comprehensively cover this section, and I might frame some different questions on it in the coming days, so that will hopefully also help you out. And if you need those, let me know. I'll definitely try and make something from them. And now coming to the week 6 and week 7. Now in week number 6, you are going to wrap up your mains work. So mains mocks, this is the last week that you are going to give it. So don't focus too much on the mock test, but just focus on your learnings, whatever you have actually learned from the last 3 weeks and just sum it up and finish your preparation of those sections. And from week number 7, you are going to dive back into prelims. So make a habit of doing prelims mocks. So in the initial 3 or 4 days, just do the mock test one by one. So each and every day you are doing it, and then you can do it on alternate days. So after a while, just try to do it on alternate days or after a gap of every 2 days, because then you are not only giving the mock test, but you are just revising all of the different kinds of things that you have learned over the course of your preparation. And you are also going to focus on your banking awareness in week number 6 and 7, so that the banking awareness preparation is well done. And also the general awareness preparation, you are going to do the month of November very well in these weeks, and you are also going to revise all the previous things. So revision is key in general awareness. And after that, what happens is, when your prelims exam gets over, then you are going to do the December month as well. Before the prelims, don't focus on the December month because it will be a little bit muddled. That's why I always say that just wait until your prelims exam is done, and then you can move to the December month, so that you are comprehensively prepared for your mains examination. And now coming to the quant section, focus on the arithmetic portion. So you can do the ratios, you can do the averages, you can do the percentages, then also the profit and loss, the SI and CI you can do, and then you are also going to do the permutation and combination, the time and work, and also the mixtures problems. And then go for the reasoning preparation, go for the coded inequalities. So that is a very important thing that you have to cover. Then do the logical reasoning or the critical reasoning, and also the data sufficiency. So these are the things you have to cover in your reasoning section. And in the English section, what you have to cover? Spotting errors, and also the paragraph completion, and also the reading comprehensions, because the RC practice will always serve you very well both in prelims and in mains. So don't give that up, and just ensure that you are doing it. So this ends your week number 6 and week number 7, and finally you are now going to move to the final week. And in the week 8, just ensure that you are not doing any general awareness. Now, as I told you that in the final examination, in your mains examination, you are going to have to prepare the general awareness from July up until December, and also the first 2 to 3 weeks of January. That's also something that's important. Now, I mentioned it from June as well, because what happened was, earlier they sometimes asked questions from some very old months. So that is why if you are doing it from June, that will be much better. And in the IBPS PO exam, you are already doing it. So I hope that that preparation will actually serve you very well. So ensure that you are doing it like that. But in the final week, do not at all look at any kind of general awareness preparation, because here you are fully refocused towards the prelims. And on the alternate day, you are doing the mock tests, as I told you in my mock test video as well. And finally, when you are 3 days to go for the prelims examination, you have to stop your mock tests. So all the different mock tests that you were doing, just stop it, and the error log that I told you to create, just focus on that error log. Find out what are your natural strengths, what are your weaknesses, and where you can actually get those marks. So this is the moment when you are not only focused on solving, but you are analyzing yourself. You are making sure that you can put your best foot forward in a very calm state of mind. So after your prelims exam is done, then does your work get completed? No. Then your extremely high level of hard work begins, because after that you are free and you can focus on your mains preparation. So just after your prelims is over, come home and write an exam debrief. So this exam debrief, it is actually very important, because you write down how you felt, what you actually did right, and what you actually did wrong in the examination. It doesn't have to be very long, just write down 1 page, and just ensure that you read this when you are going for your mains exam, because in the exam hall, what you are feeling, those feelings are very important for you to internalize and to use them to your advantage. So that will finally get you to the final stretch for your mains preparation. We are later on going to cover that when the time comes, but right now the only thing I can tell you is that you must not give up. Now that is the final message that I want to leave you with. No matter what low number of vacancies you can see, no matter how difficult it might seem, just remember it will be difficult for each and every aspirant. You are not alone. All these people out there who are fighting for this job, they are also going through the same thing, and there is no reason for you to worry much more than they are worrying. So ensure that you keep that in mind and you keep working hard, because hard work, I can promise you, will never go in vain. With that, I hope that you learned something from this session and that it was beneficial to you. If you enjoyed this session, please leave a like and share it with your friends. And if you want to see more of this kind of content, please click on the subscribe button and do not forget to click the bell icon so that you, my friend, do not miss any future update. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.